there.
Oh no. Technical difficulties. There are two people speaking at the same time.
Why don't we do whoever's up top there first, and then the second voice, you will go next.
When you watch DVD back so many times, are there things that you regret saying or wish you would have said differently?
I assume you're all laughing because you're like, they better be feeling that way. We definitely are human, and I think, and hot dog, but I think, I go back and forth. There are times where
So after we
it's so
saw
hard.
the movie in Austin this weekend for the first time, Sarah came backstage
big time
and said,
spiral, big time.
yeah, she was like, I'm taking a year off to take voice lessons and get braces. So, I mean, we're human and we definitely get self-conscious, and there's lots of moments. I mean, the whole first movie, I'm singing like half a step down from Sarah. Like, I'm like, why am I out of tune the entire time? Like, why doesn't anyone that works for us, our sound guy, our front house, our tour manager, some of our dearest friends, our guitar player, my manager, anyone, just as like a word to the wise the next record. If there's a song that I consistently sing in a tune, just tell me. Don't tell me in front of a group of people. Just take me aside and be like, look, old yeller, you're trying really hard. That's not your key, you know. And as we get older and our voices change,
Oh my
Justin
God.
Bieber, I have to take baby, and I have to do a couple steps down from it, and that's not a big deal. It doesn't mean my career's over. It just means maybe 19 needs to be sung in a different key. And Emmy's here tonight, and she told us that when we put the record out. She was like, Tegan, you need to. You're not singing to. So, and I rejected that and resisted it. Now it's on DVD forever. So, but there's definitely lots of moments like that on the DVD. So
We try not to beat up on
our
ourselves.
bathing suit that I'm wearing and the States thing. I'm like, just put a bathing suit on. Why would you
That's
jump in your clothes?
that,
It looks
you know what?
so weird.
You need to just be proud of that. That is a Northeast Calgary-ish bathing suit. You need to just, it's sort of a 2011 version, but just like respect. You look good. Don't worry about it. You got big guns. You're fine. Don't worry about it. We are not Lady Gaga. Like, we are not in the kind of band where we want, or Madonna, or a lot of the bands and artists that we grew up listening to were all about this mystery, and like David Bowie, like so many fantastic, amazing artists. What? She's like, who are you? Like,
No. I said, because you're like, we're not Madonna or Lady Gaga or David Bowie. Like, you could have picked bands a little closer to what we're like.
No,
right now.
no, I'm just, let me get to the end of my point. You wonder why I have self-esteem problems. Like, you wonder why I'm like that nervous dog on the seasonal dog whisperer. It's like, I'm so nervous because she's always judging me. Okay. Anyways, we're not this polished, you know, we are not where are you going? You hate us. You wish you would be. I know that person. Too much. No, yes. Okay, so I think that, you know, I use those bigger bands as an example of like that was never the aspiration to be sort of a glossy or a larger than life amplified persona. Like if anything, we knew that one of the things that we could exploit was how normal, very normal we are, and I think that we learned really early on that was going to be the thing that actually connected us to an audience. We weren't necessarily sure who that audience was, but we knew that if we were vulnerable and we were ourselves and we were sort of, you know, normal, then people would think like, holy shit, that could be me. And I think that's certainly how I felt growing up, listening to people like, you know, like Bruce Springsteen, or, you know, even like I'm thinking about like in high school, I listened to a lot of different bands and a lot of different music, but I think now one of the things that was very inconsistent with the type of genre I was interested in, like, because we listened to a lot of punk rock and hardcore and whatever, but I remember when I discovered Ani DeFranco and the Violent Femmes, and this was like acoustic-based music, and it was really passionate and intense. And I think about it now. It wasn't in any way consistent with the type of music I listened to, and yet I felt an immediate connection on a personal level. And I think if Tegan and I were able to know that then, I think we were trying to emulate that. Like, we were trying to emulate this connection that you can have with an audience. But I think I will say this, watching this DVD and looking back at 13 years, that decision to be close to the audience and to be easily, you know, connected to or whatever, as you get older, that does become a bit of a Like it's something you do. Like how do you make people feel connected, but then also recognize that you're not like we're not like you. We don't have your life. We don't. We there, at some point I started to realize like as universally connected as I feel to you in terms of like I eat and I cry and I have a parents that made me, many parents that raised me, and I fall in love and I fall out of love and all of those things. Everything else about our lives is actually quite different probably from the majority of the people who like our music. And so it's like now it's become a different kind of connection because you realize although you have a lot of those other things still in common, you're still trying to find a way to connect to each other. And we try very hard not to write about things that we don't think you would connect to. You know, I don't think any of you need to hear about, you know, like how hard it is to be on the road. Like you don't, what do you care? Like you don't care. You're like, I want to go to Thailand and I want to travel. I'll go on the road. But we're trying to like spin our experiences in a way that are, you know, are relatable to you. You know?
Amazing.